So coming up are Orlando Gonzalez and Rodney Wynn on the streaming table. They're getting ready right now. In fact, I see it's Rodney who's practicing on the table, and the mics are Ashi Fachler, the billiards photographer,
and Justin Logan.
Hi, Justin.
How are you doing, sir?
Good. I'm doing just fine. Went and sweated some of Efren's matches earlier today. He's
Very
done
nice.
for the day.
He's already got his 3 wins.
Yes, he's got his 3 wins. He's going to be back here tomorrow at 11. I think the doors open at 10, and at 11 they're going to start matches.
Right.
So he's done for the day.
It looks like they're having a pretty short night tonight. They're getting a lot of the matches done tomorrow to save on time.
Yeah, well, with the advantage also of having 20 tables, that really allows for a faster pace. I think Rodney's from San Diego. I'm not entirely sure. I know I've seen him here before at OnCue, so there's a good possibility that he's in fact from San Diego. Orlando is not. Hanford, California in the house. I was told that Rodney is from Hanford, California. So who's your favorite? Picked one there?
Well, I've seen Orlando at a bunch of events, and I've also known Rodney for a little bit, seen him around at a bunch of stuff, so I don't really have a favorite here. Just like to see a good match, and hope they're both playing real well.
Same here. It seems like the table's playing very well. At least the matches that I saw earlier on, really.
No, the pockets are taking the balls. People are getting out on this table, and everybody is really happy with the equipment here. Maintained by the Dominguez. And,
oh, yes. In fact, they are the ones who set up this tight table.
Yes, they are. And all the tables here play real great, and happy to be here.
That's something to be said about OnCue. They really maintain the equipment. They vacuum every day.
Oh, yeah. And then not only that, but they didn't really need to host this event either. They already did their event earlier on in the season, and then there was a problem with the room over in Victorville, and these guys offered to host us again. So thanks to OnCue over in La Mesa.
And Clyde Norris, the owner.
And Clyde Norris for making this all possible. That's great.
And to the 86 people who showed up. Justin, where are you from?
I'm from Costa Mesa, California. I work at a pool hall called Games Plus over there, and also frequent Hard Times Billiards, where I know the majority of all these guys from.
Are you planning on going up for the Swanee? And
yeah, I will be there for the Swanee. I actually I played a set for the entrance fee, and I ended up winning that set, so I get to participate for free. Yay!
Fantastic.
Yeah. Played a Swanee set, no jump cues.
Oh, wow. I'll never forget my first Swanee match ever. That was about 10 years ago, and I got King Khan first match.
Oh, yeah, that must have been fun.
Yeah, that was fun. At the time, it was, I think, a race to 11, and Rakia owned, so I pretty much sat, held my cue, and with every ball realized that there go my $75 entry.
Yeah, there was...
Tournament.
There was a time back about 10 years ago where Kong was just winning everything. He was shooting real good.
It was pretty much practice for him. If I did get to the table, I was facing some full rail kick or something like that.
Yeah, exactly. I was actually trying to get a T-shirt with like his mug on it with King Kong ceviche and stuff like that, because you know how he sells the ceviche at all the events now.
You should talk to Fast and Loose Designs, Chris Santana.
Yeah, just get a picture of his mug on a T-shirt.
Yes, he
King
can
Kong
do that.
ceviche.
Yes, he can do that. He'll do that. For those of you who don't know, King Kong, one of the best, Bernardo Chavez, one of the best Mexican players right now, and probably ever. I know a few others, but he's one of the best.
Great one-pocket player, great nine-ball player, plays all the games.
If you ever watch him play, you'll understand how he earned the nickname King Kong. And take note of his very sidewinding stroke.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he has that. They get it from trying to look over the table when they're real young, and they get that side stroke action. Mosconi had it.
Mosconi, a few others, correct. They just they stick with it.
Yeah, and they're real comfortable with it, and it's the way they stay loose.
Right behind us is Dan Wallace, who won his match and is going on to day 2 undefeated.
Yeah. Winner, winner, winner.
I mean, what is that? Yes, really. Watch this.
I'd like to give a quick hello. This is Dan Wallace. Everyone out there in Phoenix, LA, and Chicagoland. Hope everything's going well for you guys.
Thank you, Dan.
Is Dan local over here?
Dan is local. Dan used to play quite a lot about 5 years ago. I think his emphasis now is on more in golf, I should say. But he's a local.
Well, he's obviously still hitting them good if he's on the winner's side and done for the day.
You know, it's it's quite amazing how Dan can come out of retirement like that. Yes, you know, and then win 3 matches in a row in a tournament that's a tough tournament. So
yeah. Meanwhile, Orlando coming out and looking fairly confident right out of the gate, and
I think he wants 3 rails around the 5. Yep, there you go.
2,
3 rails. Didn't get the speed that he wanted.
He wanted to come right next to that 4 ball on the other side of it and just kind of like hook out to leave him an angle, run back and forth.
To be able to run it down the rail.
Yeah. Now, I don't think he has enough room for the bank, and he's probably just going to bunt and run.
He might be looking at going up towards the 6. Yeah, see,
he just bunt and ran. Get behind the 9.
Yep. Jump cue coming out? Nope, not yet.
Give him a second to look at it.
Renee Eve and Bobby Cliche, table 7. Renee Eve and Bobby Cliche, you can reach 7, table 7, come get your round.
You know, on any other table, a little less tight than this table, that cue ball probably would have been in the jaws.
Yeah.
But, sorry, I meant in the pocket, but here it's stuck in the jaws.
Yeah, and he got a little bump, and then just hung right there.
Yeah.
And he only really needs to get over the side of the 9, but he's looking at the kick right now.
He is looking at the kick, but I'm not sure, you know, the problem with the kick is if he catches it.
Yeah, if he can...
The table's open. It doesn't leave him anywhere to hide if he doesn't make that 4. And that's the problem.
And there's exactly what you're talking about. And the whole thing was to get like a a good hit on the ball. I mean, the 4 was really out towards the center of the table, so kudos to him for actually hitting the ball even.
Sure.
But, yeah, there was nothing really good that he could do with the kick versus a jump. And he came a little bit short again. So,
and that's also the debate. You know, some players are comfortable with jump cues, others are not. But yeah, it's kind of obvious that Orlando doesn't have the table speed down yet. Excuse me, I like choke here.
And he got out of shape from the 3 to the 5 or the 4 to the 5 and caused a miss.
No,
but
unfortunately for
Rodney doesn't really have anything good to do with it.
He really doesn't.
If he can bank the 5 ball back up table and then try to get behind the 7 or
that
the
is
8
what
ball
I
over
was
there.
seeing, but that's not what he's going for. That's what I was looking at. Bank it next to the 9 and hide behind the 7-8, but he cut it in the side.
Oh,
he
wow.
took the longest shot on that 7.
That's a good shot right there.
On the 6, sorry.
And they are playing even. Both of them open players to race the 7. And then a miss. You have a great shot and then a miss. A great shot and then a miss.
I'm actually happy that they play not only the pros on these tables, but you get to see the pro that plays this table. I mean, they're so consistent. But then you get to see players that are
you normally wouldn't see.
And they get, a chance to shine on a table and to miss on occasions. You get more misses. It's a little bit more of a flowing game.
Yeah, you can kind of sweat it a little bit more. One person's not just running over.
Yes.
And that's the other thing that keeps it so tight with this alternate break format. It really keeps good matches that the players themselves, they're sweating this. It's not like you can just run a bunch of racks, get way ahead of the guy so he has no chance to come back, and then you just kind of free float your way until you run out eventually.
Dan and I were discussing that and the advantages and disadvantages of it. Of course, for spectators, when you don't have alternating breaks, to be able to see somebody put a 5-6 pack, it makes sense. But in this type of format, at least you can get an advantage and then lose that advantage because you lost the breaks. Somebody else has the breaks.
And, the argument could be made, too, that you never really have to beat the other person. You just have to keep up with the other person. And there's that aspect, too. But it forces the opponents to have to play more perfect this way, I think. You really have every mistake that you make, you're basically throwing away that rack plus another break on top of that. And it makes it hard to pull away.
In the meantime, Rodney is faced with yet another bank, and he tried to double the rail, but that slip on that long rail, he didn't account for it and is giving ball in hand to Orlando. So Orlando's tactic of hiding is actually paying off.
And this is where you'll really see how comfortable a player is. And he's got a wide open table right here. All he needs to do is just basically stick the cue ball right there, draw off the 7 from the side, come one railing out from the 8, and then the 9 ball is in front of the hole. So let's see how sturdy his hand can be.
Draw one rail back. I mean,
that's fine too.
Okay, that'll work.
Yeah, he left it on.
Draw.
Left it a little bit straighter than what I would want, but he still just has to stiff it right there, hold it, and then come one railing out.
Hold it, cut it, and the 9's in the pocket. Question is how his nerves are.
How loose is he feeling?
Yeah.
He's looking like he's putting a good backswing on the ball.
Ooh,
a little bit nervous follow through.
I'm not sure.
A little bit too much adrenaline.
Necessary, yes.
That was a good stroke.
Yeah, that was a very good shot. That ball did not have to go in.
Say what's up to Edgy, who's passing by right now. That was Orlando.
That puts Orlando up 1.
I let you break all the time. I can't count to 3.
I know, right? I'm out of the tournament, so I'm enjoying my Sutter Home Merlot over here.
And I'm enjoying my Sutter Home Sauvignon Blanc in this wonderful plastic bottle.
Yeah. I definitely feel fancier. I definitely feel fancier.
This is the fancy schmancy tournament right here.
Going to a fancy party.
So Rodney parks the cue ball on the back rail, but he can see the 1 ball into the side. The problem is he wants to hit it with speed, which in these pockets doesn't have to go in, and that's exactly the problem. He's trying too hard to get what we call too good a shape, rather than opting for a longer shot when he gets that chance.
He did. He played that shot really good, and he got the cue ball on top of the 5. And I don't really see even a 1 rail hit to get this. I think the 5 ball might be in the way, even on the way back. If you go to the side rail, he's got a 2 rail up in between the 4-9 and off the 2nd rail to see the 1 ball that way.
Yeah, I see him getting 2 rails between the 1-9, going to the top rail
or the
bottom rail, and then hitting the 1. You see that?
On the
Just
other
missing
side of the
8. Yes,
yeah.
on the other side of the 8.
Ugh.
I know. Oh, he's what's he looking at?
He's looking at a 3 rail spin shot.
He's
got to spin
too much
this.
speed. Yeah, too much speed. Yeah, see?
Oh, he hit it good.
Just clipped it. And in fact, left
didn't
it.
really sell out much of a shot, but definitely left an opportunity for a return safe. I'd be surprised if you went aggressive on this. The 4-7s right there, just tap, hide.
Perfect. Now,
the 5 ball's in the way.
In the way of that 1 rail kick back.
It looks like it's enough off of the rail where you could probably go around it if you needed to. But I like going the close rail and just 1 railing it out.
And that's what Orlando's looking at. But with the way they've been playing, you know, that side pocket now becomes a big factor. Hit the 1 wrong and, you know, straight into the side pocket.
Well.
And more often than not, that's what happens on that shot. They hit it. Yeah.
Well, he's going to hit it with speed if he can. If he can hit it full.
Also, yeah, the 3
hit
ball.
It full.
Also. No, see.
Yeah.
And he tried to hit it low in order to stop it after it hit the 1, but
I think he
that's
drew
why he
it
missed.
past
He drew it past the ball, exactly.
Went right through the rubber and drew it out.
Yeah, he hit it with too much spin into
that's
the
pretty
rail.
much that's how you hit that banana shot when you're like frozen on the ball up against the rail and you got to go rail first. You kind of draw into the rail and it kind of bananas out.
Yeah, you know, I saw Jeanette Lee, I think, showed me that shot a while back. That banana
rail
one.
First when you're frozen
rail
on the ball.
first draw, and then it curves as it comes off it. In the meantime, on the table next to us, Edgy Geronimo is looking at one of the TAD cues that are for sale here. A $3,800 30-year-old TAD that's for sale.
I saw that. One of them's a black butt cap, and then the other one's a white butt cap.
Kenichi was playing with it earlier, and I mean, it's a beautiful cue.
Okay, and looks like Rodney's right back in the swing of things, and he pretty much just has to stiff this ball back a little bit. He's looking to go forward 2 rails. I actually liked stiffing it back on that one because you didn't really have to, I know, right?
Yes.
You didn't really have to run the ball that far, and it came up a little bit short on position. Whether he takes on the bank with 3 balls left on the table.
I would not take the bank on this shot. I would do exactly what he's doing. Try and bring the 7 down
Bunt
and leave
run.
the cue ball up. Yes.
Bunt and
Perfect.
run.
Perfect. Look, a little bit more and he'd be right
that's
behind
good
that
right
tape.
there.
But that's perfect.
Great
The
shot.
problem is that the 7 is off the rail, which means that if you take the 2 rail, you're kicking behind it and you kick the 7 ball up table.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what Orlando's looking at right now.
And if you come underneath the 7 ball, there's a good chance that you're going to scratch off of that second rail
Yes.
too.
Yes.
So you almost want to hit this on the close side of it and then just kind of flick it towards the close side. Going to be aiming right about where the 3rd diamond is on the left of the rail right there.
Oh, he's looking to spin 1 rail into it.
I don't know if I like this.
I don't know either, because I think the balls will split and come out. Yeah, see, they'll split and come out. Well,
he
got
hit
lucky.
a good speed.
Yeah, it was
That's a great speed
very
shot.
nicely done.
Good shot.
Gave Rodney something to think about.
Yeah, and Rodney thought like, man, I hit that ball good. He's going to sell out no matter what he does. And look at what happens. Made a great shot. I don't know if I like going to the side rail on this one.
And I think that Rodney really rushed this. I mean,
Yeah,
he
he
might
just,
get lucky, but he rushed it.
Yeah.
All he saw was the 1 rail.
yeah, he's
Didn't
like,
see
okay, how do I hit
anything
this
else.
ball?
And
That's
that
it.
was it.
Nah, you just gotta, yeah, he's gonna play this all the way long. Or is he going in the side?
No.
Yeah.
That's
Just want to follow it up a little bit. Got a little bit close to the rail right there, and it's a pretty straight
The rail
angle.
now becomes a factor in this. The rail is
Got to jack up or you got to force follow. And the force follow doesn't look like a very good option from
not
here.
only that, he's
Pretty
very
straight.
close to straight in. So I mean, I would take a longer shot on the 9. I would just simply try and make the 8, park it almost where the 8 is, and take a longer shot on the 9.
Well, let's see how he's feeling.
He
He's
wants
jacking
to
up.
draw. He wants to draw.
He's jacking
that
up.
8.
And he's
That's
gonna
a
try to force
recipe
it
for
over.
Disaster, though. That's the easiest way to miss. I hit it well.
He stiffed it off the rail 1 and out and
shot
left
the same
himself long, but very, very good angle to get out on this.
And at least now he's going to look at the exact place where he should hit that 9. Because they weren't doing that. They were just, yeah, I know where that goes.
Yeah, exactly.
He's hitting low. I'm not crazy about
I think
hitting
he's
that
doing
one
it just
low.
to kill the ball.
We'll see.
Yeah, he did it just to
okay,
kill
yeah.
the ball. He didn't want the cue ball running around the table, so he's just going to kill it into the rail out towards the center.
So Orlando goes up 2-0. Orlando's using the turtle rack to rack, for those of you who don't know that rack. Unfortunately, it's not selling in the US yet. It's a rack from Japan. but
They're
here-
Oscar's working on getting him over here, and if Oscar can get the go-ahead to start distributing them for the U.S., I think that would be great. I do like the Turtle Rack as compared to the Magic Rack. I find that it's more stable, it crumples less, it doesn't guarantee a ball. You still have to hit it with some force, and it works really well for these tournaments. And if the players are playing at their highest potential, they're able to break and run racks with these, and then if you're not, it'll let you know.
Yeah, I've heard nothing but good things about the Turtle Rack.
I've watched professionals come out dry. Like when I was playing Attila earlier, he came out dry on like 3 or 4 of his racks, and he was hitting them. But you can't just hit them. You gotta hit them good to make a ball with the Turtle Rack still.
Yeah, and I think
whereas the Magic Rack, I think it really wires a ball.
It really does. Yes.
Like the Magic Rack, you don't have to do nothing. You can do it like one-handed under your leg and still pocket like 3 balls.
I always I always break one-handed under my
dude,
leg.
It's kind of like that.
That's how I tend to break most of the times.
You can
One-handed under my
break
leg.
and make 3 balls.
Yeah.
With the Magic Rack, that is. So I'd love for Oscar to get the distribution for the Turtle Racks, because I'd be hitting him up all the time.
Sure. He's working on it. I know he is.
It's a matter of getting that installed.
Geraldine was telling us that Oscar actually has the distribution rights for the Turtle Rack in the U.S., but that the product is a problem at this point. It seems a bit counterintuitive, because on the one hand, you know, people are getting exposed to it in these tournaments, and
yeah, and then they have no way to take it home and practice with it.
Right. Which, between you and I, is also the equalizer. Everybody's coming here, aside maybe from Oscar,
Yeah,
not
and
being able to practice that rack.
well, like I've been at 10 of the events. I haven't been to all of them. I missed the one in Phoenix last week, and then I missed the first Sacramento one. But other than that, like, I feel pretty good every time I use the Turtle Racks. Even the limited use that I've had during the tournaments, like it doesn't take much practice, but you have to put a solid stroke on it, and it goes in. And
See,
they're both playing the almost safety game.
Yes, the table speed for somebody who's not a pro is, especially on these tables, is a puzzle.
He stiffs it good, gets behind the 3-ball there, and runs the 1-ball all the way around. He's got a 1-rail escape.
I don't see the 1-rail, I see a 2-rail escape.
You can do the 2 or the 1. I think you can get that in between the pocket and the. Looking at our jump.
I don't know what he's looking at.
Table 10, Ray Lorenzo, Scott Slayton. Table 10, Ray Lorenzo, Scott Slayton. Table
I think you're right. I think the 2-rail is the best way to go right here. Send the 1-ball up table, and then you try to either find shelter behind the 6 or the 9.
That's sort of what I saw.
He's looking at going this way now, and that's a lot of room in between the rail and the object ball that he's going for. So he's really got to have a feel for where this 1-ball is.
It is,
to make a good hit on it. You got the hit,
and
it's the almost safety game.
Almost safety game.
So,
you know, I'll be honest with you, it seems like with these two, that is a safety. I mean, he might make it, but that too, it is not guaranteed, see?
Hey.
He was looking at the 2-ball and missed the 1 altogether.
Yeah, and well, you have to get shape on the 2, right? So, like, what are you going to do?
Classic. Yeah, you know, miss the ball while looking at the shape.
And that's the difference between a lot of the open players versus the semi-pros and the pros is they're going to have a definite course of action. Like when they see a shot, they're playing one shot. They're not. They might be going for multiple goals, but they're always making a definite stroke, a definite shot, a definite decision before going through with it.
Yeah, and this one doesn't have to go. That's what I was going to say. Although with the speed you hit it, it didn't seem like.
And that's the thing. It's the almost safe.
Do you think can he?
He can't see that one. He can't see that one. So you can do a half masse around that ball, but that's a long way to go.
I prefer the 1 rail.
2 rails behind.
1 rail, yeah. No, 2 full. Oh,
yeah.
There.
Yeah, that's. I liked hitting it full from behind and just stopping it. And he cannot see the 1 ball.
No, he might be able to. He's scratching his head because from here at least it looks like he might have left him that 1 on.
He can see the edge of that 1 ball. He cannot see that whole 1 ball. So he was going for the cross bank. I don't know whether he was trying to run for safety or not, but he didn't get there either way.
Right. Part of the problem is the fact that if the cue ball is in a straight line with the pocket when you're trying to hit that cross bank, that's where that double kiss is.
And he's going for the shot, and he made the shot, which, thank God, I think we can move on with the rest of this game.
Now we've got the 2-ball.
Yeah, we're on the 2-ball. We're going towards the 3-ball.
Not necessarily, because there you go.
He's got it.
Wrong there.
And he actually can just stiff this and either come off of the rail or not. And he should be able to pop it straight in for the 5.
I'm not sure. I see him moving a lot, so I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah, he stiffed it in. And he still has angle to come. You're going to follow this ball 1 rail out towards where the spot is.
I think he'll hit it and come lower than the spot, running into the 9 after the 5. See? Again, that's just a mental error right there. There was no need to get that. He's trying too good a lead and not trusting a bit of a longer shot, but a guaranteed ball.
Well, I wouldn't say he's out of this rack yet. I mean, not count him out for winning this rack, I would say.
Unfortunately, and
he
again,
can soft draw this.
Which he did. And the 8 is in the pocket. Notice he slammed the chalk on the table with, I made that 6. And there he goes. No,
he was happy to get his first game.
He gets to be on the board. I can't believe people are walking in front of his 9-ball shot. I mean, you're playing the tournament. Just look up and maybe not walk in front of it.
And there you go. It didn't look like it phased him at all. He just lost to Bilmos. Yeah, it's all good. I think I had a rough draw today.
Yeah, the draw counts a lot.
Did you play your 3rd round? No.
Sure, after 2 racks,
So Kenichi is done for the day. That was his 3rd match. because he beat Bo earlier, right? And then, yeah. So I think he's done for the day. Yeah. Konichi is in the money and done for the day. First time I've watched him play, but he beat Bo Runnigan second round. And Bo's been shooting pretty sharp.
Yeah, Konichi won. I think he won his 3 games and is now.
Yeah, he's done for the day, and he's in the money.
He's been playing very well. I was very impressed with his game.
Is he playing as an 8 or a 9 in this tournament?
He's playing as a 9. He's playing as a pro. He just got back from Japan. Where he was playing in pro tournaments, and now he's back here playing stateside.
Probably like possibly Oscars or Vilmos Speed.
That's what it seems like to me.
And Ruben Bautista actually hitting him real good still. I think he's still on the winner's side.
Yeah, Ruben is playing, I think. Oh, who is he playing? I think he's playing Bo. Yeah.
So if he's playing Bo, then he's on the 1-loss side.
I'm not sure. I'll see. See, that was an amateur safety. He had no safety net to try and stop that 3-ball over there.
Well, if he
leaked out.
If he banked it a little bit firmer and then came out a little bit further to try to get behind the 7-8, that might have worked. But he's left an open shot. And he's not taking it on.
Yeah, that was a 2-way, and he got lucky off that corner pocket.
Yeah, that was a safe all day long. He
no, you know,
he didn't have shape on the 6, so I don't think he was going for it.
Going for the bank. I don't think he was going for that.
He lengthened out that bank really long if he was going for it.
I agree, and I think it's his inexperience, but I agree that's what he did. I'm not saying it was well executed, but I think that's what he was doing.
And that was a safety all the way. And let's see how good he feels about this bank.
What time do we have tomorrow? Can you find out what time?
10 the opening, 11.
Okay, 11 of the matches. We could probably do breakfast. Yeah. What, like the same spot, or?
We like another spot. We'll accommodate that, but it's another.
Staying all the way in Mission
I
Valley.
know, which is right down from the wheel. It's not that far away, so.
Last time we played over here, I stayed over at Harrah's over in Rincon, and like that was awesome. They have nice rooms over there. It was still like an hour away or whatever. I know.
You'll be up tonight for a while, right?
Like instead of driving for an hour and a half, I drove for an hour. Yeah. That's a nice hotel, though. I'm telling you. That was a nice hotel, dude. I'm telling you, man.
Well, stop that cue ball on that 6, and you have. Oh no! See?
Tried to put a little bit extra snap on that to try to get the cue bomb back for the 7, and he overshot the 7-ball shape for the 7-ball anyway. So I think that was just a little bit of excess adrenaline, maybe still, or a little shake in his stroke, but definitely overhit that a little bit. He's looking to do a half-ball masse on this. And misses the ball completely. And off of that other miss, now he has ball in hand. And should be looking pretty good to get out of this rack and make it 3-1. The hardest shot really is getting shape from the 8 to the 9.
Once again, see, the problem I have is that Orlando didn't even look at the 7-ball. He sort of said, okay, got ball in hand, let's get that 6 in, and I think I know what the 7 is, and he's taking no time to walk around the table and figure out his angles.
I definitely like taking a walk around the table, regaining your composure, and making sure that you're not going to make another error. And you hit the nail on the head. Let's see if he gets from the 8 to the 9.
Okay, we're going to step away for 5 minutes.
And besides being on the rail, he looks pretty good for the 9 ball.
Step away for 5 minutes. We're going to remove the scoreboard, so it's 2 to 1 right now.
Okay, so now it's 3 to 1.
Just play for
So now it is 3 to 1 Orlando. And for the open players, race of 7 is actually a pretty short race. So he's looking at a...
It's a short race if you're a pro. If you're an amateur, this is a long race.
Well, if you're a 2 in APA, like
Yes.
a race of 7 must seem like
Listen,
it
I
might
don't
take
know.
3 hours. But
I don't know about 2, but they don't strike me much higher than 6s in APA, these two. I could be wrong.
But yeah,
Well, I think
would
I'll
say
ask
like
him at some point. I'll ask if they play APA, and if so, what are they ranked?
well, look at Brian Parks. He's the three-time
three-time
U.S. amateur
yeah.
champion. He's like the Shane Van Boning of amateur pool.
Yes,
And he still plays APA and BCA.
Yep. And Shane grew up in the tap league. His
tap league.
mom, his grandmother,
Dakota.
they were all national champions. Tap league.
And
I'm not knocking the APA. I'm an APA player myself. I'm just saying that it strikes me that these two are no higher than a 6 in APA in 9 ball. If they are higher, then they're nervous, and it's a tough game for them.
Well,
That's all.
this is a really tight table, and I have a tight table at my work, and you'd be surprised when people that are used to playing on like 5-inch pockets, all of a sudden they start rattling balls.
But
and
that doesn't seem to be the case. This is not a rattling balls case. This is not taking your time, not looking at the angles, overhitting the table speed. I'm not even talking about the pocket, sorry.
So their overall composure would be just not quite as professional, I could see.
Exactly.
And
Of
just like you were
course,
talking.
As you know, yeah, of course, from here, I never missed a ball.
Oh, yeah,
yes, from here, never missed a ball.
You know what? When I'm commentating, sometimes I feel like I made it happen with my mind. You know, I'm like just explaining exactly how they're going to get out. They just do exactly what I say. It's like, did I make that happen?
And again, we know that, of course, in APA 9 ball, they go up to 9s. I'm just saying they don't strike me as higher than 6s.
Well, I play as an APA 9, and I was 2 and out in this tournament. So, just because you're a 9 or a 6 or anything,
absolutely, yeah. Of course, it depends on who you play. I'm looking at their game and saying I would love to have seen a little bit more time walking around the table, figure out angles and such.
From what I've seen, like Rodney doesn't normally play this loose to where he's not taking his time and making sure things, pocketing balls.
Do you think the pressure is getting to him?
What I've seen is a lot of like, well, I missed this ball, but I missed it to where I'm almost safe, and then the other person goes aggressive, and they're like, well, I'm going to make this ball, but I missed it, and I'm going to get almost safe. And you see a lot of these two-way shots and going for craziness when you could be playing a lock-up save, and that just goes to show you the difference between sometimes if you miss one ball, you could lose an entire match. But with these guys, they're giving each other a lot of options.
Yeah, they really are. At least I think, they're evenly matched, which isn't a bad thing altogether.
If I had a match where I came to the table like 4 times a rack, man, do you know,
yeah,
you
right,
know what
exactly.
I would be doing?
4 times a rack? I think they're getting a little bit more. Now my curiosity has peaked. I think I'm going to go and ask if they play APA. I'll be back.
I'm sure they play APA or some type of bar guns league. So it looks like they're just they're both struggling, and both of them are just waiting for somebody else to take the reins.
Yes. And leave them the shot.
Like almost, please run over me. Like, can you run over me, please? So like I can go to the bar.
There you go. There's another miss.
And but look, it's long and awkward angled with no shape back to the 7. And here's the difference. Like, if he goes aggressively at this ball, then he's severely underestimating like how he's actually playing right now.
How he's playing, yeah. Yep.
Okay.
There you go, and the double kiss.
And it seems like neither one of them can even get a roll when they're trying to play safe. They just leave each other halfway shots.
But part of it is because he never walked up to the 6.
Well, he didn't even look around the table.
Yeah, around the table. Looked at the contact point on the 6 and figured out where he needs to hit it and with what speed.
And, what's funny is like, us over here, we got 3 different camera views watching this thing, and like, we can see what you're supposed to do from our perspective, but if you're not taking a look around the table, then you're basically only getting one person's perspective, and you really have to take the time, force yourself. Everybody wants to be speedy. Everybody wants to run around the table like they're playing a speed pool match and just make everything right. But you have to pace yourself.
And once again, he's going for the aggressive option, but the one that sells him out if he misses.
And this is exactly what he's talking about. And right now, I mean, does somebody want to lay something on a 50-50 and getting out of this rack?
Yeah,
right? It seems like he should be out of this, and if he gets out of this, then it's going to be 4-1 Orlando, and Linda is like a 12 in APA.
Yes. Okay, 2 balls.
Yeah. All right. So he's got a little bit of angle. He can force stun this up 1 rail or follow it 3 rails.
Yeah, I think he's going top, so that's 1 rail. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, he was trying to go for the 3-railer.
Yeah, not
and
bad,
came up a little short, but great.
I take that.
Cross my fingers. Get in there. Get in there. Get in there.
That ball wiped its feet on the way.
You know what? But that's all right.
Do you want to change the score for the viewers?
So there we go.
Right here. I may wait till
you sit it? Who?
Let's see. I figure I'll be up by 8. I want to eat around 9. What do you think? Yeah, I mean, I could just shower and get out of the house and meet you guys someplace. We got. Is this right? Wow. Mesas.
Koch and Val, table 11. Koch and Val, table 11. Koch goes to 8, Val goes to 7.
See, the problem with Orlando's attempt right there on the safety is that he left the 1-9 on.
Well, hello again, everyone. This is Dan Wallace joining Ashi, who's been on the mic here for a while. I'm not sure he's got that combination. I'm not sure if it's open.
It might not be, but it was a poor attempt at the safety. Yeah, he went for it, that's for sure, and he made no account as to what's going to happen to the 1 ball.
Both these that was a safety.
Right now, Dan Wallace and I are manning the mics. Everybody else left us, so we're kind of stuck with this camera angle for a while. We can wave to the cameras there. What do you say? Let's wave to the cameras. Hello, cameras. There we are. Orlando is looking at that 1 ball into the side, but even if he gets it, he has to hit it with speed, which means that it may clip that 5 on the way in.
Was he looking at the combination here? Is that what just happened?
He's trying to avoid hitting the 5, but he's not looking at the safety. He's just looking at making that 1, and this is the most looking at the ball that he's done the entire match.
Oh, look, he's gonna try to play it off the side of the 5 so that he can get the cue ball up table. Okay, I got it now. Yeah.
And he's not looking at the safety or any other option.
He's got an easy safety, just put him on either side of the 5.
Yes, exactly. He's not looking at that. And that's the result.
Danger, Will Robinson.
Yeah, that's the result. And this has been sort of the story of this match.
Ah, that's a nice little shot there. Very good touch on that.
Once in a while, you know, they're managing to pull off a shot, but for the most part, they're not walking around the table, they're not figuring out the angles, and they're pretty stuck on the one shot that they notice first.
Wait, there are angles in this game?
Yeah, well, exactly.
Don't help me count. No, I need it.
Well, that worked.
Yep. Hawaiian eyes. That was pretty funny.
Follow the ball with both feet. Tips on jump. I made it. Justin, you know if Joe won? Yeah, he's leaning over the table looking.
I'm gonna hand the mic off to Justin here.
What's a high school? Small world. But yeah, we drove it with me, Charles, and Johnny, and Johnny's on the one loss side. Charles was a winner, but now he's on the one loss side.
Oh. Yeah, just let that one run right through the angle and catch the tit. Would have been better to hit a drag stroke on that, but I'm not sure. Not sure if he has that shot. Haven't seen him play enough, so.
And looks like he just overstroked it a little bit. He wanted to just kind of slap that ball in, come 2 rails and out, and just hit it a little bit too firm. So has another game gone by since I've been gone? Is that the current score still?
That is the current score,
Okay.
as far as I know. I just got here about 4 minutes ago, so.
Okay, there you go. And Orlando looks a little bit more comfortable pocketing balls. He's going to have to punch this one in the corner and come 1 rail out for the 9 in the opposite corner. And, ooh, missed it, but got a little fortunate. He can't spin this in from 1 rail. He has to go 2 rails behind the ball if he wants a shot at it. And there's not really a way to, if you try to float the ball 1 rail, you can try to play speed to lock up the cue ball in the 9, but that's kind of a tall order, especially with only 2 balls on the table. That's something you'd see like some Filipinos do, but let's see what's in Rodney's grab bag here. You see that? Like, he can 2 rails full into this, or he can try to just kind of drift into the 5 and try to hang it behind the 9.
You know, honestly, the control is touchy enough on trying to go to the rail that the 5 is closest to.
You can't spin this in 1 rail.
I might choose the option to go the other way, to go to the left with the kick.
That
and
might
try
be
to
the
make
way
the
to go.
ball.
Yeah.
Because this is touchy no matter what you do.
He's looking to go the 2 rail, and he's looking how his cue ball is going to come off of the 5. Just if he bunts it at the right speed, if he hit right where his stick was aiming at, if he just kind of bumps into that, he's going to be in pretty good shape. And I was looking at the wrong screen, and now it's Orlando. And a 2-rail miss, and Kojak visits the subway. I don't know if he's just going to give him this rack, he's going to make him shoot it, but it's just a stop out right here. And stop shot. And now Rodney Wynn is on the break and trailing. Oh, looks like Orlando is on the break and up 4-2. And that's what I'm thinking too. Over in the chat they're talking about just feeling the overall pressure of being on the TV table, and these guys are both open players. They're both used to competition, but when it comes down to it and somebody's going to go home afterwards, then you're going to feel the pressure during a match, and especially when everybody's watching you on the TV.
Is that where they're at? Is this their last match of the evening? Somebody goes home?
Somebody goes home after this. So, you know, they're really trying to feel out each other to see if the other person is going to make it easy on them, but neither one of them are really making it easy on each other. They're going for shots, but they're getting just out of the way enough to where you know, you might be able to do something good with it, but they try to go aggressive. Like they feel like they can shoot against the other person because, you know, you're going to get back to the table.
Yeah, that's very true.
If you might see a different game if they were playing somebody like Oscar or Ernesto or somebody like that. They might tighten up their game a lot, but right now they're both just kind of hitting the balls a little bit too loose and not taking their time like we're all guilty of, and it happens. Just don't try to find me. Like I literally don't even know. I don't have Twitter or Instagram or anything. I think I have some computer programs I can. All right, and we'll say bye to our other commentator for right now. And
I play tomorrow morning, but we'll run over and talk to a friend, and I'll be here for a little while.
LJSTs, if I tell you, if you want to bring your 4 over to this tournament and have them play against the caliber players that they're playing at over here, I'm almost guaranteeing your APA 4s might get beat up. But just to let you know, it's this is what this tournament is all about. It's all about bringing people out to play pool with, you know, good players and open players and people that just want to compete. Like, just because you pay your money, you can play a world champ that day. And that's what the spirit of competition in this is all about. And, you know, I encourage people to play. Like, even if you think you can't win, just try to play your best just to see where you're at. You know, if you win a couple of rounds and you find yourself in the money, then that might be telling yourself that, you know, you're playing pretty good and you can actually do something to get better and compete against these guys. But hanging out with world-class champions in this kind of field, it does something for your game. And when you go back to that APA match, you're like, wow, you know, like the guy I'm playing at's not quite Oscar Dominguez speed, so I feel pretty good. And there you go. He tried to do the hook off the rail, 4 balls such close proximity to the corner. He wanted to spin that ball in and has left a ball in hand. And what it really looks like is the position from the 4 to the 5, provided he can stay out of the way of the 9 and or 7, he looks pretty good to get out of this rack. Went a little bit too far, just a bit outside. And now I kind of like the safety option, rolling up on the 7. Let's see what his cue ball says. Cue ball says I can get behind that 7-8. Left a jump option for Orlando. And I don't know if I've seen either one of them jump in this match so far, so he could be opting for the 1-rail escape, which he is. How do you like the feel of that ball? Boom. And missed it. What he wanted to do is, I would say, lengthen out the angle a little bit and hit it a little bit firmer, just to try to create some distance in between the 5 and the cue ball. But now he's left another ball in hand with not such a hard positional effort as what was before with the 4 to the 5, but position from the 7 to the 8 is basically going to be the key. What I would say from this point is if you can follow it up 2 rails and out for the 8 in the side pocket, you're looking to get out of this rack. You can stiff it 1 rail and over to get pretty close to where the spot is, but with tight pockets, you're going to have to force that ball a little bit more than what you want. You can draw back for the 8 in the side, but all right, 2 rails and out, that's the winner. That's what I was saying. Now, it depends if he wants to go forward a little bit and play it in the opposite corner, or draw back a little bit and play it in the... okay, he's going for the draw option, straight in on the 9, and being able to make this should be fairly easy. And down it goes.
Justin, do you know the score on this?
4-3 over here.
You know that, man?
Yeah.
Score?
4-3. 4-3. The guy who's breaking has 3.
Yeah. So I thought it was 5-3. I'm playing the winner.
Okay. Yeah.
Table number 6, Dave Martnell. Dave Martnell, Nathan, table 6, even ranks to 7. Come get your rack.
And it's a successful break with limited possibilities, I would say, with the 2 ball where it is. And does he get there? He got there. That was a... yeah, just whip it.
Whip it good.
Whip it good. So it looks like he's left enough room in between the 7 and the side pocket to get through to that 2 ball 1 rail. And if he can hit the 2 ball one rail. He's not looking to pocket the ball, but hit it full and leave the 2 balls somewhere down on the bottom rail.
I've seen the ball.
We'll roll us into 2 for shape on the 4. Want to come 1 rail in between the 5 and the 9. Running into the 7 ball isn't such a bad thing. I don't know why he's so upset about that. You can just punch this 2 rails with center ball and come out for great shape on the 6. He's looking to draw this ball. Oh, okay, same thing. So he felt like he wanted to put a little snap draw on it, and I think he could have came out just as far with center ball, looking at the angle. If you can stiff this, I would say stiff it with a little bit of draw. You can also force follow it 1 rail and out for center table shape. And draw it is, with enough angle to get from the 7 ball 1 or 2 rails to get shape on the 8 in the same side corner. Rattles out and gets fortunate enough to not really leave an aggressive shot on the 7. Like he can thin this if you just bunt the paint on the side of the 7 ball. You can bring the cue ball 2 rails behind the 8 and hopefully leave the 7 ball right about where it is right now. Hit it a little bit firm and didn't get the cue ball action he was looking for, and left a shot, but a long angled shot, which if it's anything how this match is going, then most likely Orlando will be coming back to the table.
Hello, Justin. Sorry I've left you.
Hello, Governor.
I've left you alone for a long time.
Love the accent, by the way.
Oh, cheers, mate.
Cheers, mate, it is. And a return safe, which has left a long angled cut with not necessarily any positional favor. The shot right here might be a bunt on the side of the 7 ball, bringing the cue ball 2 rails back behind the 8 and then leaving the 7 ball in close proximity to the center of the rail. Man. Man. Just like that. Didn't work out.
He's got ball in hand, hasn't he?
The balls are in his hand.
Look, I just came on. I wanted to say hello to my mum.
The mum is always important.
She's coming to LA on the 18th.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
And Rodney now making strides to tie it up. And it was actually down 4 games to 1, and now has came back and tied it up. And this is late in the middle of the game, basically a race to 3 at this point. So back to APA, it would be like 2 4s playing each other, a race to 3. We were talking about APA a lot during this match.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I not post the second video bracket for today? That's odd. I did. Why didn't it? Why don't I see it?
Solid break by Orlando. And now he is striving to try to close this match out. I think the way that he hit that break, he's like, all right, I've had enough of this back and forth thing. I just want to get as close to the hill or on the hill as fast as possible and get out of this match. Dude, they gave me a broken glass the first time. Check it out, it's all good.
Oh, nice.
Didn't even get a chance to pour my drink in there. And a 2-rail double kiss scratch into the far corner lets Rodney back to the table with ball in hand. With a not quite so intricate rack or anything. It's just a matter of getting from the 6 to the 7 with good shape on the 8, and if you can do those 2 things, you should be able to get out of this rack. No funny business, just center ball position. You should be able to get out. Try not to type so angry, Daniel.
You want home? Okay. Go ahead. Text you in the morning.
Text me in the morning.
Okay. Say hi to Kara.
I will. We'll decide on the spot.
Cool.
Where we go. Sort of looking at stuff. Depends on how much time we have.
And it looks like a really thin angle that he has here on the 7. Like you can't just slow roll this shot and hope that it's going to go in. You kind of got to like snap this ball in, come back and forth. Quit talking trash on yourself, buddy.
I suck, dude.
Dude, if you suck, then I suck too. So
I let Omar Vashani beat me, okay?
Oh, just one of the best players in our area just beat you, and you're mad. Yeah.
He's living in San Diego now, you know that?
He is, that's right. He's like a local player here now.
Yeah, he's a shortstop. Good player.
Great player. You see how loose he holds the cue, dude? He's like...
Yeah.
Like he's like trying to shake somebody's hand like that's underneath them or something.
Yeah, he's got good power stroke, you know.
Solid position. Everything's good.
What's happening here? Every time I look at this table, they're cutting the 7.
I know, right? It's like the 18th time they've cut the 7 ball, right?
Yeah, it was like this. Is this the same safety battle that transcended to another game?
But
here we go.
It's always just a good enough safe that looks like. See, if that were Vilmos hitting that ball, dude, he'd cut that 1, 2, like 3 rails up for like center table shape.
Easy there. Easy now. Easy now, boys.
You know what?
And it looks like he can cut this ball. Yeah, I'm all good.
Yeah. So I'm sorry, I forgot your name already. This is your brother?
And Orlando cuts the ball in. He's saying, "Run, run, run." And it looks like the 9 is blocking his path to the corner. He has a roll up on the 9 safety that he could proceed with if he feels like that's the only way. Or he could go aggressive and bank the 8-ball across corner on 4-inch pockets with 4 to 5 innings per game. Let's see what he's feeling. He's going to bank it. Oh, there you go.
So he is smart.
I don't like how he hit that ball at all. Like, if you got all that room to send the cue ball wherever you want, and all you have to do is get the 8-ball to the rail, you really wanted to get on the 9-ball. And he's left.
Well, I have
not an open shot, but at least an escape from 1 or 2 rails from pretty much every direction. And it seems like he's going to go with a 1-rail escape, maybe try to 3-rail the side pocket. Going for the side pocket, I think, and has left an open shot on the wrong side of the 8. So he's looking at the wrong side of the 8, which takes a snap draw stroke to come 1 rail and then back out for the 9. Snap draw, missed it. And has left a good enough safe for Rodney to not have a shot with. If he's feeling like John Brumback, he can just straight this one back and get shape on the 9, no problem. He's going to 1-rail
there's a
safe
lot of people doing it
and
now.
leave the entire
I
ball
started doing it like 3 years ago,
for
4 years ago.
either a bank
There were about
or
4 major
a
companies
cut
doing
shot
it.
all the way down.
Gosh, I can't find this photo.
Another shirt. Another shirt.
Me and Efren, you know.
Efren and I.
No, actually, that's not correct. That's not correct, Justin.
Actually, it's Efren and me.
Efren and I.
No.
No, it's Efren and me.
Because you don't say a picture of I, you say a picture
Yeah,
of
My buddy and me.
a photo of
So,
me. It's a photo of Efren and me.
A photo of my buddy and me.
Efren Reyes.
My buddy and me.
Well, I gotta show you.
And Orlando now has the correct angle to get 1 rail from the 8 to the 9, which I hope he takes advantage of, which will now make this a 5-4 match in favor of Orlando.
It's like right here somewhere.
And slams it in.
What is it? It's a grind house. Here it is. There you go.
Oh, Branch, you gotta see this. I'm gonna have to go get this. 4 times.
Daniel.
Yeah, I just found it.
That's fantastic.
You know, 4 times I played the guy who won the tournament first round. Attila just won last year. Like, I played Silmo right after he won the president. I played like Ernesto right after he won that tournament. I played Bo right after he won that tournament.
He just had an opening at some spot. We drove out to see him. Oh yeah.
So like, I'm always on the 1 loss side, except for when he Gilman.
Some of the
Picture of a geisha.
Yeah, that's the one we went to see him. And he had that.
Sorry, I was just complaining about always having to start from the 1 loss side.
Hey,
It seems that way.
See you, man.
I'm the guy that draws the guy that won the last tournament. Seems like every time.
What's this race to?
Race to 7, and
Each player?
Yeah, and
Even race?
Orlando needs 2, Rodney needs 3, and
I think they're both frustrated.
yeah, each game's looking like about 4 or 5 innings, and
Well, at least we're not on the 7 ball right now. It's tough. It's tough. You know, cameras do it to them too.
Yeah.
Do you know that? You know, you just made a good observation. Like, I swear to God, whenever I get into matches here, I bring out everybody's best game.
Apparently
right?
me too.
And every game we play in a match goes like maximum 2 innings. You know, usually because of me making a mistake.
Oh, dude,
and then,
like one inning games, dude. Like every time. Dude.
I bring out everybody's best game.
If I'm not running out, then it's like a complete blowout.
Right,
like,
and then we watch this match, and it's like 4 innings of freaking game, and I'm like, why can't I play and somebody miss 3 or 4 times? At least twice, maybe.
If this is an inspiration for anybody to try to play and win, I don't know what it is.
Anyway. Oh, by the way, I want you guys to... this is a reminder. If you're in the San Diego area, come on down, and you want... Okay, maybe I should qualify you a little more. If you're in San Diego and you're interested in buying a TAD cue, if you're interested in looking really good
Those
TAD
are
cues,
so sharp.
Kenichi has 2 beautiful TAD cues.
They're both 4-point, and one's got the white button, the other one's got the black button.
One of them's a 1962, and the other one, I don't remember what year it is, but they're both very, very good.
Yeah.
Very well maintained, and recently worked on at the TAD shop.
The TAD's pretty much the highest quality custom cue maker in Southern California that's like actually located in Southern California for that many years. Like,
yeah, outside of Gina Q.
Yeah, Gina Q.
Gina Q would probably be,
they're like $10,000 if you can get one.
Yeah, Ernie's cues are like very, very,
very sought after,
and very well made.
You see, everybody all the pros that play at Hard Times have a TAD somewhere. Like
that's true. That's true.
Kong's had a TAD, and Moro's had TADs, and Parika's had a TAD.
Yeah. R.I.P. to the Kohara family. By the way, TAD passed away last year, and I miss him because every year.
Shop over there, right?
Yeah, his old friend Mike and his son, I think, has something to do with the building of cues too.
The building of them.
Yeah. But what I was going to say is, it was always a treat to play the TAD Cup because they would give it away a TAD cue to the winner of every TAD Cup event.
Who's the last winner? Was it Mark? Mark won the last one, or was that to
John Nicolai?
John Nicolai.
Yeah. Anyway, just long story short, TAD would always come on the last day of the event in his wheelchair, and he would sweat. He would sweat like the top 8 players of the night, of the day, and of the whole event, and it was just always. It was always a great feeling knowing that, like, if you got it to that second day, you'd be able to play in front of Tad Kohara. I mean, it's just a good feeling, and it kind of brings tears to my eyes thinking about that moment will never be that will never come again. Yeah, no, it just won't
never have that moment.
So. Kenichi from Japan I don't know if I don't know the story behind these cues, but he has these 2 cues, Kenichi Uchigaki, Kenny Yu. He's got the 2 TAD cues here at OnCue Billiards. So if you want to check him out, you can.
You know what's funny is
and he'll tell you the story behind him.
one of the guys that comes into my pool hall, and he actually plays as an APA4. He has a collection of like 20, 30 something cues, and he actually has a TAD. He has a TAD from 73. And another guy who's actually, I believe, homeless, like, he showed up and, like, he was telling me all this time that he had a TAD, and I'm like, oh yeah, right, whatever, dude. And he actually showed up in a soft case. He had a old, like, mahogany TAD, like, just like the plain one with the, I believe it was mahogany, but
did you see that shot, Justin?
What happened right there?
Jump shot and 2-railed the 6 into the side pocket and then obtained shape.
Look at that. I kind of have it on the instant replay over here, but
the delay.
Yeah, with long shape. That's awesome. And he plays the hookup on the 8.
He plays the, hey, sure enough, it's the safety on the 7.
Yeah, dude, the hookup on the 7. And this is going to be an interesting ball to hit because there's not really anywhere to duck with it. And he missed the ball, which gives Rodney an opportunity to tie this match up yet once again. And a mere 3 balls away. He needs to just hold his composure, get out of this rack, get tied up, and then it's basically a race of 2.
Yeah, he's home free. Well, home free for this rack. Yeah, it'll still be a race of 2. I guess for Rodney, this is kind of a good match because he's grinding it out, And I tell you what, that's why you can't ever count yourself out of a match when you're down. Because there's always a chance, man. There's always a chance. It ain't over till the fat lady sings. And I swear to God, that's so true in pool.
There's been plenty of times, like I'm a traditional pool player. I forget every time that I've ever missed a ball in my life, right? So, you're going through this match and you're like, why can't I get ahead of this guy? But you're not really thinking at the time, like, wow, I've missed like 4 shots this rack. It's hard to take responsibility, and you get frustrated because you think the guy is just like, not letting you get ahead. But you really got to take your time and make sure you're doing everything right.
Let me ask you, Justin, you think he's taking the right shot here?
Here's what I would do. Like, he's going the long way about it. The short way about it would be to take the 7 into the corner, kind of where he has the cue ball pointed.
Yeah.
And just
stun.
1 rail out, back pretty much like around where the spot is, and then he can pretty much just like shoot the 8 in the side from there, and then the 9 balls right there.
Yeah, because the side pocket is available.
What he's doing is, unless he plans on, okay, here you go. He's doing what we're talking about.
I mean, yeah, he could, there's other shots too. I mean, he could play the 7 to the other side and try to play short side of the 8.
I like taking
that's
the
not
8.
Bad either, because then if he overrolls, he's got the corner.
Yeah, and that's the whole thing. This way, you leave yourself more options.
This is just power stroke this and play the 8 in the side.
I like
come on, be a man.
I like coming 1 rail off the other side. If he could have just taken that, just come 1 rail out, back over here, 8 ball on the side, 9 ball there. And because he was so far away from the 8 ball, he just missed it. And left kind of an interesting shot.
I'll be right back. I'm going to take a quick picture of what's left of the bracket so that I can call out some, let you guys know who's left.
Everybody's at. from command to one, I actually I like playing three cushion, and I think three cushion's a good game for anybody to get into who wants to have better cue ball control, because basically if pocket pool is all about where the object ball is going, then three cushion would be all about where the cue ball is going, and you're trying to strategically send the cue ball 3 rails after contact, or you know, a combination of 3 rails and a ball before hitting the second ball. And if you can do that with you know, conviction and knowledge, then it's going to make your pool game that much better. Not only that, but you're using a bigger table, you're using bigger balls, it's going to improve your stroke, and then when you get back to playing on 9-foot tables or 7-foot tables, you'll have a lot better feel for moving the cue ball around the table.
All right, guys, I want to just give you a quick synopsis.
Who won that last game?
I don't know. I was over. I don't know. Oh, damn it.
If anybody in the chat could tell me who won that last game, that'd be great.
All right, guys. While you're telling us who won that last game, yeah, who did win that? I mean, didn't Rodney was supposed to win that, right?
I was turned around for a minute. I didn't even see it.
Shall I yell at him? Hey, who won that? All right. On the winner's side, we have. This is tomorrow. Tomorrow at 11 a.m. matches are going to be called out. But on the stream table, I'm not exactly sure which match will come out. But on the winner's side, we have James Cabal versus Edgy Geronimo. We have Vilmos Foldish versus Efren Reyes. We also have Dave Gorham versus Dan Wallace. We have Victor Castro versus Ray Paravaro. And then we also have Oscar Dominguez versus Amir Shoshan. Amir did really well last time we did MZWST State Tour here at OnCue. Also on the winner's side, we have Hiroko Makiyama and Attila Bezdan. Wow, Hiroko, top finishing female, possibly.
That's a good win for her.
Yep. In addition, on the winner's side, this is still winner's side, guys. We have Sal Butera versus Ruben Bautista. Woof, we got action at OnCue, bro.
I knew Ruben was not on the loser side. Ruben's playing real good lately. I was actually in the car with him when we went to the last event over in Sacramento, and he was playing fantastic. Lost on the loser side to Thorsten Homan, and he was like within a rack or two of winning that game too. So Ruben's playing real well.
And then finally on the winners side, we still have one more match. Larry Bond, veteran professional, versus Kenichi Uchigaki. Now on the one-loss side, and matches still being played out, folks. We have Sprout versus Melissa Herndon, Keith O'Donnell, and Ramin Bakhtari and John Nicali.
Real good. I watched Keith run over one of his matches earlier against a younger kid that didn't look like he was used to missing that much.
Yeah, he's your buddy, isn't he? He hasn't played for a couple months, right?
Which one?
Keith.
Keith, well, like I've known Keith for quite a few years, and like we actually play three cushion together over in the Hard Times tournament on Fridays every once in a while, and Keith goes over to Danny K's. Hard Times comes out to all the MZWST State tour events. Like that guy gets all over the place. He actually went all the way to Steinway to watch Efren and Earl play. And you can actually see him, like, in the YouTube video, you can see him in there freaking watching Earl and Efren.
That's funny.
Right?
That's like, awesome.
How dedicated is that guy?
Right. Well, yeah, you
probably Steinway.
Probably knew somebody else in New York he's going to visit,
like,
you know.
But still, I mean, that's kind of cool, right? That's dedication right there.
Yeah, there you go. Also, on the one-loss side, we got Omar Vashani versus Bob Jacques. Bob Jacques is actually a student of Bo Runningen. and has improved greatly over the past 2 years.
Nice.
Yeah. Also on the one-loss side, we got San Diego local retired fireman Dave Martineau versus Nalon. I don't know who Nalon is.
I heard him called in matches earlier, but I don't know what he looks like or anything about him.
Also, a match going on right now, Rogan versus Lila Woodland. So there you go. Lila Woodland is threatening Hiroko Makiyama's top finishing female position from the one-loss side.
I think that was the guy, what was the first guy's name you called?
The first guy's name on that?
No.
Rogan?
Rogan. I think that's the guy. Is that the guy I played earlier? Yeah.
Okay.
That's the guy that I played earlier. And he doesn't miss too much.
Yeah,
man.
you lost to Rogan. Okay. Yeah, I see that. Also, we have Ben Yumo versus Phil Prentice.
There you go.
In addition to that, we have Branch on the one-loss side, waiting for his next match, and he's going to be playing on the live stream table next.
Is he really?
He plays the winner of Rodney Wynn. He plays the winner of this match, actually.
Yeah.
Branch is already trying to talk his way out of it. Okay. In addition, we have Kevin May versus Charles Mendiola. Kevin Spartacus May. We also have Steve Akins. He's waiting for the winner of Val Francia and Fach Garcia.
Fach still in?
Yeah, Fach is still in it. Also, we have Johnny Kang playing Ray Lorenzo. Fach just won his match, and now he's playing Steve Akins. We also have Ray Lorenzo versus Johnny Kang. Spike is waiting for the winner of Ray and Ben P. Bo Runnigan is waiting for the winner of Selwyn and Ring E. I don't know. So no name.
I've been watching Bro run some balls today, and even though he lost to what was the
he lost to Kenichi in an almost a hill match,
and I still think Bo wants to do some damage in this tournament. So
oh, you kidding me? Yeah. Bo ain't going nowhere. He's
in it. He's hopefully he'll be here tomorrow and be competing with Phil.
He's going to put in his best effort no matter what.
Charles Mendiola is one out of the money, unfortunately.
Ouch.
Ouch.
Ouch. So there you have it. We got some pretty good winner side matches tomorrow.
But still, for not paying a MZWST thing in like 4 months and then showing up to San Diego and almost cashing in the event, dude. Good job, man. Charles Mendiola.
Playing in like 2 months.
He hasn't played and he has twins right now, and he hasn't played a game of pool in 2 months. And showed up today and almost cashed in the event. That's awesome. And I don't know if he can see the entire 6, but he can definitely see a portion of the 6. And Vilmos and Efren first thing in the morning on the stream, right?
Yeah, Vilmos Foldis versus Efren Batareyes.
Bata.
Commentators will be probably myself and Rolando Vicente.
So he opted to play a 2-rail behind the ball save, which actually lends itself to get on the 8-ball if he were to be able to pocket this ball with a little bit of follow and drift the ball over 1, maybe 2 rails in between the 8-9. Calm your nerves. And miss the ball. So now has left a draw shot, or he's going to punch it forward and miss the ball, and which leaves Orlando almost the exact same shot. So he has, if he can get straight on this 8-9, the combo goes. He's got a little bit of an angle. You can actually hit this 8-ball semi-straight rail first, clip the 9-ball, and send the 8-ball towards the opposite corner pocket, kind of playing like a two-way shot, going for the 9 aggressively, but also going for the 8-ball just in case you miss, because the 9-ball is hanging pretty close to that first diamond. If you go rail first, the 8-ball is going to trail towards that opposite corner. And he opted to try to go into the ball first, and has left an opportunity to run into the 9-ball, perhaps, or thin the 8 enough to where he can go 2 rails for a position on the 9 in the same pocket. I'd like to thank MZWST and POVPOOL for streaming the event. That's awesome. If not, I wouldn't have anything to do right now. And he has nudged into the 9-ball and left himself a straight shot on the 9. All he has to do is just make sure that he makes this ball and just stop the cue ball right there. Pocketed the ball, and now it is Rodney Wynn on the hill. And I lost where the score was. Okay, Rodney Wynn now on the break and on the hill, and looking to close this match out. What's that? I know, right? He was down. He was, Orlando had him either 3 or 4 games to 1, I believe, and once again has persevered and overcome and hooked himself, unfortunately. And he's going to be looking at a 2-rail escape, most likely. Hey. Messages here. Nice! Congratulations. You have serious shit, dude. I want to move to San Diego. My sister already lives here. My sister lives over in Escondido, man. And I can just stay in her garage and like come here and play pool. Right? Take lessons from this guy on Mesa shots. We have a World Artistic Pool 2-time jump shot champion sitting 2 seats away from me right now. This is amazing. Abraham, what's your last name? Diaz. #1 in the world, 2-time jump shot champion. We got to get him in here. Hold on.
How's it going, everybody?
Abraham, how are you doing today?
I'm doing well. I'm glad to be here.
Speaking of jump shots, right here, So is this a 3-rail Mass A jump?
Oh.
Okay. It was I wanted to really hit the ball jump. So he's going to put the cue ball pretty close to the rail most likely, unless he wants to go one rail and out. But being a right-handed player, I would just put this close to the rail, just stiff it.
Yeah.
Over towards the center of the table.
For the 2 on the
for
floor.
a clear shot on the 2. He wants to go one rail and take the 2 in the side.
Yeah.
We'll see how that works.
So if you're not the only one jump shot artist right now.
Currently.
Currently, it's going to be Nick Nicolaitis from Canada.
Who's also amazing. I've watched a bunch of his exhibitions.
And do they determine that at the World?
Yes, at the World Championship, artistic pool is actually divided up into 8 disciplines. The categories are stroke, jump shots, massé shots, trick shots, banking and kicking, prop shots, and it's whoever you compete in different categories, and the winner of each category receives by the WPA the world title in that discipline.
So when they do the TV trick shot magic, how do you actually get involved in that event? Do you have to win like a certain amount of disciplines to be able to get included in that, or?
The ESPN and Trick Shot Magic, it's owned by a private promoter, which is Billiards International.
Okay.
They just sell the feed to ESPN.
So it's not affiliated with the actual competition.
It has absolutely nothing to do with the World Pool Association, but they try to invite the best players at that time to shoot in the event, which is televised.
Right on. I used to be buddies with Eric Yao. Does he still compete in that?
Eric Yao is a good friend of mine. He's actually retired.
He doesn't do it anymore?
Yeah, and actually he's...
I remember when he got into his motorcycle accident, and he was pretty bent out of shape after that. But
yeah, and he's fully recovered, and I owe a lot of my success to Eric Yao. He's the one that got me into the sport.
The preacher, baby.
Yeah.
Did a lot of good shots. Some of the best massé shots I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
Nice soft shot. And if he can come for the 9 in the same pocket, he will close this match out. Don't get too close to the rail.
Yeah, especially on the pockets on that table are tight. Very tight.
Okay, he's good. Right. And that is the end of the game. So from what it looks like, we are in for Rodney playing against Branch Tally on the same table, possibly. We will see how the board plays out and be back in a second.
All right.